One thing I've got a lot of comments on over the last year has been the art of cargo defense. Some people want me to keep the voxel art that I've been showing lately, some people want me to go back to 2D, and some people are eager for the higher fidelity 3D models. And you can't please everyone, but I am considering having options for both the voxel art and the new higher fidelity models that are still a work in progress. This video might be a bit different because I actually don't know how far I'm going to get by the end of it. I'm sort of making this one up as I go. Toward the end of last week, I hit a lot of unexpected setbacks and had to postpone the devlog, but even after working through the weekend, I don't have much actually working to show at the moment. I've learned a lot over the past few weeks about what I'm going to loosely call art direction, and there have been a lot of setbacks that are my fault because I'm just not very experienced working with 3D artists. For instance, I should have asked from the beginning to see all works in progress at game scale. I wasted a lot of time on details that just aren't visible in the game. And then we've also changed technical procedures several times, partly due to miscommunications, partly due to just discovering things that are more difficult than we thought they'd be. So I think I'm just going to go through the list of the things I wanted to talk about and just see how far I can get on each subject, starting with the custom shader I'm using for dynamic skin and hair coloring. Maybe someday I'll do an in-depth video on graphics optimization, but for now, let's just say I'm trying to keep the number of materials to a minimum. To provide the illusion of different materials, I'm using what are called attribute maps. These repurpose the red, green, blue, and alpha channels of a texture to store material information instead, like roughness, metallicness, and emissivity. Godot's spatial material lets you do some of this without a custom shader, but I'm going to make some changes to this so I'll convert it to a shader material and work from there. After deleting some stuff I don't need, my first task will be taking the emission color from the albedo texture. This way I can use just one texture channel to control what is and isn't a light instead of 3 channels for emission color. Similarly, I'll be using a mask texture to differentiate between clothing, skin, and hair. For clothing, nothing else needs to be done. To allow for greater variety, I'm going to multiply the skin and hair by colors assigned randomly for each individual. Each species will have its own range of allowed colors. However, that part's not implemented yet, so I'm just going to assign some colors manually. Or this is where I would have demonstrated manually setting some colors to show how the masking works, but unfortunately I don't actually have mask textures, the texturing is completely broken on the head meshes that I have, and I was also going to talk about combining modular hair meshes, facial hair meshes, and using blend shapes for even more variety, but all that's broken right now too, so clearly I have a lot of work left to do. And now the part I'm currently stuck on. I'm trying to use a free website called Mixamo for the animations, rather than creating new ones from scratch. However, it's been stripped down a bit since Adobe acquired it, and it doesn't look like there are any plans for future development. You can only download one animation at a time unless you're using pre-built packs, and I'm having a hard time combining these animations into one file to avoid redundant mesh data. As the last minute aside here, there is a Blender add-on for exactly what I'm trying to do, combining multiple Mixamo animations into one file for using Godot. But I had some problems with it, and I just haven't figured it out as of the time of this video. I also forgot to mention that Godot's FBX support is still somewhat problematic, as seen in this horribly broken animation. The last thing I want to show this week is a sneak peek at some of the ships. They're still unfinished and not textured yet, but I'm excited by the progress so far. I've been working a lot of late nights and weekends lately trying to sort this all out, so I'm going to take a break after this video and not try to do another devlog this week. But I will be back the week after, and in the meantime it always helps me out if you hit the like button, spread the word, and subscribe if you haven't already. And of course, thanks for watching.